What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to my Trophy Hunter update series. In this series I take a look at a month back retrospectively and I look at the trophies I've been earning and the games I've been playing. Today we're going to be looking at the games I've been playing and the trophies I've been earning in August of 2021. So sit back, relax, and let's just move on to the comparisons. Okay guys, so here we have the comparisons, the end of July 2021 to the end of August 2021. Let's have a little bit of a deep dive into the platinums I've been earning, how many I've earned to start with. So firstly, clear as day, I've earned a sweet 3 platinum trophies. That's right. My trophies per day have gone down from 8.18 to 8.1. This is going to be a downward trend. Every month I'm always saying that just everything's just going to be going down. My world rank's gone from 2591 to 2681. So I've lost almost 100 in world rank and I've lost 20 in my country rank. I don't really care. I haven't actually checked the leaderboard. So like, it's interesting because go back 4 months and I was honestly checking those leaderboards every day. And I haven't looked at them this month. Honestly, I don't think I've even checked them this month other than to make a YouTube video if I'm referring to some list or something. So that's actually really good, really good progress for PlatinumBro. And then also, something else I want to talk about is, firstly, I've got 3,000 views on my PSN profiles. Pretty good, considering I barely been checking it. You guys have been doing a little bit of nebby stalking, I think. That's what I'm thinking here. And then my unearned trophies have stayed at 181, but my completion percentage has gone up by 0.02%. I don't know why that is. I think, is it because I've started cleaning up? I think it's because I've been cleaning up a few more games. I'm literally just scratching my brain at this point. So yeah, my completion percentage is going up. I'm getting back to 99%. I was so close. There's a few reasons why that I've lost my completion percentage. But yeah, so as you can see, guys, not a great deal's really changed. I'm moving in the right direction, get a couple plats a month. This is pretty much how it's going to be for the foreseeable future, I imagine. I'm really close to a few, actually. Well, one in particular, which is a shame I didn't have time to get it. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's move on to our next section, which is in fact is going to be our patrons. Okay guys, so in this monthly update video, it's not just about the trophies, it's also about my channel, and I like to take this time just to thank some new patrons and all of my current patrons. Firstly, thank you to everybody who's still in Patreon. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart. It really helps this channel going forward. It really helps me to pay for things that I do need for the channel. I'm currently saving up for a camera and they're quite pricey. Who would have thought that? As someone who's I am such a tech novice, I thought I was pretty savvy, but I am in terms of like, you know, software, and that's a bit of an over-exaggeration to be fair, but in terms of like actual tech, like hardware, I know very little. Cameras are expensive, man. But anyway, yeah, I'm saving for one of those at the moment. So I would like to thank firstly the new patrons. So I've had 8 patrons join this month, which is absolutely insane. So firstly, thank you very much for Attababy, it's a boy, Vincent Jose Jr., Akema, Craig Timmis, Fedder, Owen Bailey, Bradley Clark, and Sky Adamson. You're all new, so welcome very much to the Patreon family. I really appreciate you joining up and pledging. It really means the world to me. Also, quick shout out to Heather342 because she actually upped her tier from silver to gold, so thank you very much for that, Heather, as well. I just want to quickly thank each and every one of you who pledges via Patreon. It's so amazing that you do it. So thank you very much to the Trophy Chef, Fire2103, Attababy, it's a boy, Vincent Jose Jr., Akima, Heather342, Greg Timmis, Nathan Rowland, Elizabeth Dent, Face Palmer, Kane Z7, Vault Boy Steve, Blizzard Smith, Sigma Cloud, Golden Fourth, Scott McGinns, John Willen, Philip1146, Iron Viguni, One Sick Puppy, 85, Kush Completionist, The Great Adam, Dan Cranston, Rab Jammy, Lord Coalhouse, Scott Carson, Shouting Zombie, Trindy, X Scarecrow, and again, Thedder, Owen Bailey, Bradley Clark, Sky Adamson. Some of you guys have been around for such a long time at this point. I would say some of those bronzes and some of the silvers have been around for like 6 months, which is totally insane. Thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, finally. And let's get on with the video. Okay, boys and girls, here is myself on my PSN profiles, and as you can see, which you would have saw at the very beginning of the video, Watch Dogs Legion has been given more DLC. I think this game is going to be having DLC by the time I die. They've released so much already, and I think it's going to keep coming, so I'm going to leave it for now, but I was annoyed when I saw it, and it's not even easy DLC, guys. This is the thing. It's not just like it's a 1 trophy, 1 silver, and it's not like it's just find something that's in like a new playable character. No, it is a new difficulty mode, so that at the end there is a new mode called Resistance Mode, and I'm not even kidding, I've looked into it. It's like a new harder difficulty to what they put in. No fast travel, no gadgets. It just sounds disgustingly brutal. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god. They've added a lot more DLC. They've added loads of online, to be fair. And you know, I was overly so critical of Watch Dogs Legion when I reviewed it last year or beginning of this year. Rightly so. It was utter garbage. And I went back and played it a little bit again because someone who came over wanted to see it, and it's better. It's still not great. It's still probably now, it's probably a 7 out of 10, whereas before I think it was probably like a 4 or 5. Looks better with 60 frames per second. They've added a lot more main characters like Aiden PS, Wrench, and there's a few more like Assassin's Creed novelty things. They've added some online co-op, they've added survival mode with zombies. Like, they're really supporting this game now, and Ubisoft do support their games after launch, which I've got to give them credit for, but it's just too late. Like, why? If this game had come out with all these things, it probably would have been received so much better by everybody else. So at the moment, I'm going to leave this for now. It's only a silver trophy, and I'm thinking, do I really want to spend probably 30 hours for one silver trophy? Is it worth it? It might just be one that gets lost to time, because I hate going back to games. That's my issue. Okay guys, so next we're seeing Ghost of Tsushima. It's like just a month of the DLC today because there's even more DLC for Ghost of Tsushima. This one's not as bad because, you know, it's a massive expansion to the base game. I am going to be buying it and playing it at some point. So I've earned the Platinum, as you can see, and I've started the Legends mode, but it's just one hell of a grind. Like I was saying to some of my friends, if I had people to play with, I'd enjoy it a lot more, but it's actually a really good survival mode. It's just the trophies seem a bit much. Like, they're not like get a taste of the online, they're literally like finish the online. The raids isn't easy, I've been reading about that, been quite difficult. And then reaching rank 20 with all roles, each of that's probably, I want to say 5 to 7 hours of gameplay per character. So as you can see, then that involves the raids and stuff as well. It's probably 30 hours just for those DLC. And then they've got the New Game Plus DLC, which I still haven't done, which is another 30 hours. The Ica story and the Ica exploration, again, probably another 15-20 hours. And I have no idea what these new DLCs are. I'm hoping they're just PvP and probably quite easy, but even still, looking at all of that, there's like another 70 hours to be had in this game. And considering I've already spent about 50 on it, it's just putting us off a bit because there's new games I want to play, and I feel like this game's like, it's like hanging over me that I need to keep playing it. But I am going to play it. I'm not going for PS5 because I don't want to auto pop it, and also I don't want to get a PS5 and then not finish the PlayStation 4 version, which is what I'd have to do. Okay, and then as you can see, we've actually got the 3 Platinums I've actually earned, and then the game I'm working on. Darksiders Genesis has been on my list for such a long time. It's been on for like 3-4 months. And I'll start working with it now. My brother comes over and we actually played it couch co-op instead of online, which was really good fun. And we've finished the main game now. There's just a lot of collectibles, and the game is pretty good. I want to say that the game itself is pretty good. The only issue is the puzzles in it are really, really difficult because the game is over the top like Diablo, and it's not designed for platforming puzzle games at all. And there's a lot of platforming in it, and it just doesn't really work. It's not overly fun. The map is really difficult to use, and it just feels really slow. So when you're doing the collectibles, you've got to like, because the map's kind of open, each level's open and like winding, you've got to like check the map every 10 seconds to make sure you know where you're going, or use a guide, and it's kind of like, it just takes away from the experience. Yes, and you know what as well, the collectibles are actually on the map, but the places are so hard to get to, and it's like there's a lot of vertical travel, but the map's just one level, so you kind of like, you're not sure if it's below you, above you, and it makes for quite a frustrating platinum experience. I've still got to do the hardest difficulty as well, so probably next month I'll have this platinum and I'll probably be talking about it then, probably how hard it is. I've got a hang of the game now, I have to say. I like the leveling up system with the cores, it's really cool. All in all, it's a pretty good game. I just think the collectibles were a bit much. I'm almost done. I think I've only got another hour of collectibles, and then I can start with the harder difficulties, which may really test me or not. It's only 4 out of 10, so it should be doable, but I guess we'll see. So as I said, we started the Platinum difficulty challenge this month, which was basically play a game that's 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 3 out of 10, and so on until you get as far as you can. That competition is now closed. We're not taking on any more applicants for that. But because of that, I played a few easier games. I played Wolf Among Us, 1 out of 10. Solid game. It's probably my third favourite Telltale. Not maybe my second favourite Telltale. Game of Thrones is my favourite, then probably closely followed by this game. Then I played Murder Soul Suspect, which is like a detective game. Quite short, 6-7 hours. You have to solve your own murder essentially, and it's like ghosts and stuff. You play as like a murdered ghost, and it's actually really good. The collectibles are really easy. There's literally like probably guides online, and you can do the collectibles in probably 3 hours. And it's a good little story with like a good storyline. Good at the end. It's got some good twists, and all in all, I really enjoyed it. It can be a little bit difficult. Well, not difficult. The combat can be a bit annoying because the only combat in the whole game is like stealth from these demons, and it can be a little bit frustrating and not really fun. But other than that, it's a solid game. I really would recommend it if you haven't played it. You can get it for like £3 these days, and it's a 78-hour platinum. Would recommend it. Next is Lord of the Rings: War in the North. My God. Firstly, Snowblind Studio, you made a really good game. Game's 8 out of 10. I love Lord of the Rings, and I love the combat in this. 3-person co-op online. What an ingenious idea. You get to play as like a tank dwarf, a ranger, or a sorcerer elf. I love the idea, I love the story behind it. The gameplay is fun, rewarding, the RPG elements are fun and rewarding. it takes you to like a linear story, which I just love. I love the game. It is so glitchy. Snowblind Studio basically just did not patch this game at all. It is basically unplayable. So I got the platinum after probably 50 to 60 hours. The guides say about 30, and that's because you have to do 3 playthroughs: normal, then hard, and then very hard. And you carry your character through it. And if you basically, the hard is so hard that you have to play with a pre-leveled up character. You can't just go in on hard because it's just disgusting. It's like one-hit kill on hard if you don't go in with a pre-leveled character. So I lost my save after the end of. At the end of my second playthrough, I had to replay it, and it was just horrendous. Basically, the game is just glitched. Basically, the game freezes and you just lose your save. It is just so unforgiving, and it's back in the PlayStation 3 days. There's no quick fixes for it, and the only way you can do it is to like back up your saves. But the PlayStation 3 only lets you back up your saves once per 24 hours. So if your game bugs out and you've lost your save, you've got to wait until the next day to reload your save up. It's just so unplayable because of the glitches. I've never played a game like it where basically you could join a level and then the game will just glitch you out. Enemies will stop spawning because it doesn't realise how far you are in the game. It is really frustrating, and it just takes away from this really good experience. Without glitches, 8 out of 10. With the glitches, so in its current state, it's probably a 4 out of 10. Even maybe 3 out of 10. I would not recommend anybody play this if you're a trophy hunter, because there's a chance that your game will bug out and you have to replay 30 to 40 hours again and again, and there's always a chance that every time you keep playing it'll just bug out again. And so the platinum trophy can technically be unobtainable if you just get a bad hand. Some people can play through this game without a single glitch, and I played 25 hours without a glitch, and then from then on it was just like a downhill nightmare of just more and more glitches every single time. It was quite a disgusting experience, I have to say. It really soured my experience. What can I say? Like, I'm really disappointed in how this game has been made. It just felt so lazy, so many corners cut, and just unsupported is ultimately the issue. It's a 10-year-old game. It's not getting fixed anytime soon, and it should have been fixed straight away. It should have been fixed in testing how bad the glitches are. Honestly, like, I haven't played Cyberpunk really. I've seen the glitches, different kind of glitch. Cyberpunk's like people falling to the floor and stuff. This is like game-breaking glitches, so like you cannot progress to the next part of the level because the game is broken, but you cannot reload your save, so you are stuck there in that save file and you only get 3 save files. And there you have it, guys. There was my trophy hunter update for August 2021. I played some pretty good games in Darksiders Genesis, Murdered Soul Suspect. Games I really enjoyed. In fact, and Wolf Among Us. And I've got a few DLC games I need to clean up. Lord of the Rings: War in the North was an excruciatingly risky game to play now in hindsight, and I really recommend as a trophy hunter you just stay away from that game. If you love it, just play on a secondary account. Honestly, it is not worth the grief that I've had. I do not want anybody else in this community who watches this video to have the same experiences that I had with that game, which is such a shame because I love it so much. It's just an absolute bug-riddled mess. And as well, I've got to work on the Ghost of Tsushima and the Watch Dogs Legions trophies. What are the plans going forward for September? I need to get Darksiders Genesis done, and then when I've done that, Hades. I'm coming for you, Hades. Then after that, it's cleanup time, I think. Ghost of Tsushima, Watch Dogs Legions are going to be getting cleaned up. Maybe, well, you know, Watch Dogs Legions might be getting left, but Ghost of Tsushima is definitely going to be getting cleaned up. So let me know anyway, guys. What have you been earning this month? What games have you been playing, and what trophies have you been earning? I would like to know. I'm sure other people in the community would like to know. So just pop it down below what platinums you've been earning. And on that, do not forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy.